Hello, in this video I would like to talk about setup and usage of Google Mobile Ads Sdk. For those who have Android native plugin, this can also be useful because basically you also can use Google Mobile Ad but only on Android devices. For those who have Google Mobile Ads SDK, you can get Google Mobile Ad on all platforms declared in the package. Currently there is iOS and Android platform. So let's talk about setup. The good thing, you don't have to do any additional setup in your project. As soon as you got the plugin imported in your project, you're good to go. But you do have to do some setup in your AdMob publisher account. If you don't have one, just register it and sign into AdMob. That is really easy. After you do this, you will have interface like this. Let's see how to monetize our application to get banners working. To do this, go to Monetize New App. Select the Add App manually and just type any name you want. It just for you and that's it. Let's type it Google Mobile Ads Test. Then you should select the platform. You can select any of this platform, but basically plugin supports currently Android and iOS, so let's just select the Android and continue. Now we should decide what type of ad we want to use in our application. Is it banners or interstitials? For now, let it be just banners. Then you can configure this banner as you wish, but please note that refresh rate, you can just leave it like this, but refresh will not work automatically until the application is released. So don't be afraid if you will not see that, if you will see that ad banner doesn't get refreshed. Okay, so let's just specify it here, and we should also specify some name for this banner. Our Android test banner. Alright, save. That's it. Now we have our banner registered, and what do we want to use from here? This is add unit ID. That is the only thing we need to be able to show this banner in our game. So plugin contains a simple prefab solution for showing the banner if you don't want to do any coding. If you would like to use it directly from your code and to have a lot more functions to control the banners, then yes, you're able to do this, and we will talk more about this in the next video. But currently we just will see how to the simplest way to get banners and interstitial working in your application. We will use some kind of prefab solution. So basically what do we have to do? That is create empty game object, and let's name it add banner. You can just give it any name you want and attach AdMob banner script for it. Here, as you see, we can choose what banner type we want it to be: banner, smart banner, full banner, leaderboard, or medium rectangle. And we can also choose the anchor point where the banner will appear. We need to specify the unit IDs for Android and for the iOS. Currently we don't have the iOS banners unit IDs, so that is not a problem. We can just use Android, so we don't have the iOS. But if we're going to build it for iOS, then of course we have to do this. Okay, so here is our add unit ID. I just need to copy it and paste it here. That's it. Now you will have the banner working on this stage. Every time you will load this stage, banner will appear. When you will load another stage or go away from this stand, the banner will disappear. That is actually useful for example, if you want to show banner only on menu stand or something. So we should do the Absolutely the same steps for iOS, just choose iOS platform instead of Android platform and specify our unit ID for iOS here, and in this case this AdMob banner will work on both platforms, Android and iOS. Okay, so now let's enable the interstitials on this scan. To do this, we should actually register a new interstitial. So let's click create another ad unit here, and now we will choose the interstitial ad. That is, we'll also give some name for it. Interstitials test. Okay, yeah, right. So click save, and we'll have another ad unit ID. Let's just copy it to use with our interstitial and create the new game object with the interstitial ad. Let's just copy our interstitial test name. So game object, create empty interstitial add, and all we have to do there is add mob banner interstitial component. As you see, it also contains Android interstitial unit ID and iOS interstitial unit ID. Basically, we should specify Android interstitial unit ID here. As you remember, you should do absolutely the same to area for iOS to get interstitial iOS unit ID. That's it. Every time you will load this scan, the interstitial ad will pop up. So that's it. That's all you need to make the interstitial ad working. But be sure you read the setup documentation carefully. When you will build for iOS, you should actually do some small setup actions for your iOS project, not for Unity project. Okay, so in the next video we will talk about best practices of coding and working with AdMob banners. Have a great day.